second board spins around. Gate is about to drop. We are racing. I've seen a lot of KTM fenders. Looks like Takashe got a massive jump. It is Takashe. Jay Wilson. I see Luke Arbon. I see Reese Carter, Duran Stapleton, Dylan Leary's in there.
Did see Jed beating up the inside there a little bit, the red plate, so hopefully he gets a half decent start. Good for Taka.
It's going to sort themselves out. We're going to go into the first, and it looks like it came out the other end. It is the number 6 of Jay Wilson back out front, finishing up, starting off where he finished off the last moto. Then we've got Reese Carter. Then we got Dylan Wills. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how the rest of the riders sort themselves out coming through this first part of the track. There's Luke Clout. There's Taka. There's Luke Arbon, Dylan Leary, Nathan Crawford, Jed Beaton.
All there.
A lot of heavy hitters out front this time. As Jay Wilson comes down the back hill, launches off the drops. He's definitely making this JCR Yamaha Josh Coppins racing team from the New Zealand, New Zealand national champion. He's making this program look real good on limited support over here in Australia, but I just saw the number 1 of Luke Clout. It looked to me like he moved around in a second.
Yeah, not mucking around. He knows he wants to be the front. He knows he made mistakes and little things that cost him the race. He doesn't want to do it again. Like I said in the first moto, I think he sort of settled for second. He wants to win this moto and he can still get the overall for the day.
Yeah, Cloudy's now in a second. So the number 1, the reigning MX2 champion, Luke Clout's now in second, and we've got 1 minute in the book. So we've got 19 minutes plus 1 lap. And let's see what Luke Clout can do, because I know he's going to want to get this moto win bad after letting that first one slip away. Reese Carter's still there in third. Dylan Wills, Takashe Katsuya there in the number 4th position.
Just going to say for the championship side of things, I think if Jay does go 1-1, he'll be pretty close to getting there having the red plate. He's made some, putting himself in good situations early on, it's really good. Good to see. Oh, we've had someone down here.
Oh, is that Dylan Leary?
No,
that's Alex Morris on the Proformance Kawasaki. There's a few guys down there. These ruts claiming some victims. I think Morris got 10th in Moto 1, so that was a really solid ride for Alex Morris in the first moto.
Here we go now. Cloudy's moved his way second, trying to reel in Jay again now. Track's dried out a lot, so it can suit guys differently now too. The track's dried out, and so it's going to be a lot more similar to the other side of the Appin, where we say Cloudy's very familiar for this sort of surface.
Yeah, this sort of hard pack. You can see that hard pack clay base there. The guys starting to switch their lines up. Cloudy's going to throw that scrub like normal. Reese Carter there in third. Dylan Wills. There's Dylan Leary. Takashe Katsuya. Oh, nice scrub there from Nato Crawford. There's Wade Hunter. As the guys sort themselves through, there's Luke Wilson. 81, but there's Jack Simpson coming through there about 15th by the look of it.
Is it just me, or I don't know if I caught Jed Beaton in there? Was he there?
No, I don't think he was, but we're going to have to wait and see if our cameras can pick him up again. As we mentioned before on the earlier broadcast, guys, we're having some technical issues with the data transfer here today, and unfortunately that means there's no live timing, so we're calling these races as we see them. And right now, battle on screen, Luke Clout. But I tell you what, Reese Carter's not dropping off the back of Clout.
Yeah, he's right there.
Jay Wilson, though, track position. He's not getting roosted. I don't think he's even had to pull a tear off yet. He is looking smooth. And, Cloudy's not catching him as much as he did in Moto 1. And Wilson, like we said, give this guy some confidence. Everyone knows the talent and speed he's got. And pretty much running off pure emotion this weekend. No preparation to speak of. Hasn't been riding. Hasn't even been home and slept in his own bed since Horsham at round 1 2 weeks ago. He's been with his brother trying to get him back to health in the hospital. So as far as a fairy tale race goes for Jay, this is, let's see where this goes. But we are now 4 minutes into Moto 1 and looking very promising for Jay Wilson.
And also another thing to touch on there is, I was speaking about Hunter Lawrence, and Jet Lawrence is a world champion. Jay is also a world champion. He won in New Zealand and back in his junior days, I think when he was 15.
Yeah.
So he's no stranger to winning some big events.
Jay Wilson out front. It's in the 127 machine. Oh!
Thank God he's that.
Now, we saw that kicker forming, walking back up to the commentary tower after we had a lunch break there, Brendan. And it's not that bad of a kicker, but it's obviously caught Jay out there just not knowing it was there. It was almost a trip over the bars.
Yeah, so normally these guys will try and get pretty technical and hop over the hole, but he's obviously sort of got a bit of wheel spin and the rear wheels just clipped the top and almost sent him because it's pretty soft when they land there too, so I'm pretty happy to see he got out of that.
Yeah, he was pretty lucky there. As you say, like pre-hopping them holes in the jumps, that step over is risky you catch the wrong gear, a bit of wheel spin, and then that rear end's loaded up. You clip it. It's a recipe to go over the bars. But he's recovered really well. I just saw Luke Clout going up that hill and took a look over his shoulder to see who was behind him. And let's talk a little bit here on camera. The 33 of Reese Carter, a rider who rode in the Premier Monster Energy MX1 class last year. This is an awesome battle through sort of 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And these guys have checked out a little bit. There's the 127 machine there of Dylan Gosling. Dylan Leary there.
Beaton's definitely going down or something.
Jed is not in frame, so a round 1 winner. Definitely struggling here in the second motor of Appin. But Reese Carter, a guy that ran, close to the top 5 a few times in MX1 last year. And now, not the first round anyone wanted. He pretty much said to me at the end of the weekend that it was just a throwaway round. And, he definitely didn't have the weekend he wanted, and neither did the team. But, what a way to rebound. He's really showing us some speed here at Appin.
Jay seems to have spiked his heart rate a little bit, got a bit of a fright, and he's riding better now.
Yeah, maybe that adrenaline shot sort of woke him back up. And, 1 lap down. Let's see if he can fix the line here on this ski jump. Yeah, he misses that, gets over the ruts.
Hit the big bit, yeah.
So he obviously just got a little bit offline there.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, it's not something you'd want to have happen more than once in a race. The panic rev's the universal sound for something's about to go wrong in a big way. And Jay was definitely stretching them valves out there on that ski jump. So it is Jay Wilson out front, followed by Luke Clout and Reese Carter.
And I think there's going to be a little bit of a battle there for 4th, 5th, and 6th, I think. So these guys are the top 3. See, Tucker's still there. Tucker's got Dylan Wills now.
Yeah, Tucker just got around Wills. Then there's Wills in number 5th position. Oh, Wills comes back up the inside. That 2-stroke's got some legs. There's Moto Crawford. There is Wade Hunter on the 23 ride.
I know there's a little bit of controversy between Wade Hunter and Nathan Crawford that I heard over the weekend. There's raced the Queensland titles last weekend, and apparently they got into a bit of a scruffle and on the track, and they were going to sort it out next round. So,
yeah, I also heard there was a few choice words spoken between a few of the riders there, and hey, that just adds a bit of character to the race, and it's not what you want to have happen as a competitor, but at the same time, these guys are fierce racers, and they do not particularly care if someone likes them or not.
Exactly.
But right now, Jay Wilson out front, 7 minutes into Moto 2 of the Motul MX2 class, or a little bit of a front end wash.
It's the blue group we were speaking about earlier.
That is. That'll catch you out. And these guys are, coming off the first moto, they're used to being able to sit back a little bit more in these ruts and lean in and ride the roller coaster, so to speak. But now that hard pack's coming up, they lean in too much and don't wait that front end. It will push.
Yeah, definitely. And they've gone from right now. There you see it's super tacky. It's grippy. They've got traction on their front end, and then they come to the turn. There's no traction. And they come into another turn where it's off camber with traction, and then no traction. It's definitely tricky track and technical, but these guys, that's why they're professionals, and you can see they can keep the bike up if they do make a mistake.
Talking of professional, Luke Clout, that big number 1, is on that bike for a reason. Tough year last year for Clout. However, he did get the job done and win a title, and he's doing what he needs to do today. He gave that first moto away, but in terms of the championship after round 1, a second, and if he does go 2-2 here today, he'll still keep the red plate. Not the end of the world for Luke Clout right now.
Yeah.
However, he has stated his intentions many times. He does not want to be racing in Australia next year. He wants to go back to America. As we see the battle pursuing, there's Katsuya there in 3rd. Then we got Wills, Crawford, and Wade Hunter just going bar to bar. Now, I think if our cameras can follow that battle, it's going to get interesting, because if Crawford and Hunter get together, there's going to be some sparks flying.
Yeah, I think there could be. I think there definitely could be something going on there. But going back to Jay now, he's riding a pretty good race. He's definitely looking smooth. He's got his lines sorted, and I think it's going to be hard for Claudia to pass him, because he's got his lines pretty well covered, and
this shorter moto as well.
Yeah.
Actually, Jay did pull away towards the end of that race when Clout sort of made a few mistakes, got caught up in lappers. But see, Luke Clout just looks around a lot.
And when I did speak to Jay during the lunch break, even the guys on the pit boards put that he looked back.
Yeah.
So
it's probably not a sign of it looks like from the outside looking in he's getting really flustered, but Luke probably doesn't look at it that way. But there's Tarka coming through there in 4th position. Nato Crawford 5th. Then we got Wills in 6th. So out front, back on our leader, JCI Yamaha, Josh Coppins Racing. Josh definitely did a good job, saw some potential in Jay, and he's really sort of transformed this rider's style. And obviously not the only reason he's winning races right now, but I think this mentorship's definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can definitely see his attitude and just the way he speaks about races and what's coming up, and mainly his riding style obviously as well. He's definitely grown up a lot.
On the pegs, riding through the middle of that rut there, sitting down. Definitely a bit more of a European influence there on that riding style, but you know what, Luke Clout, he's right there. Then we have the 33 Carter right there. Now Crawford.
I think Tucker looks like he's reeling all in a little bit.
Yeah, so Tucker's there sitting in fourth, then Crawford. It's spread out a little bit now. That gaggle of riders is definitely spread out.
Wade's got Dylan Wills now as well.
So Willsy dropping back there into the number to be the 8th position there.
Yeah, it's good. He's getting good starts and learning a lot first year in the Pro Lights class. So yeah, it's definitely a learning season for him. He's doing all the right things to learn. We go again with Jay Wilson. There's the same turn there that Clay made the mistake on in the first moto. Running different lines in the first moto, definitely running a lot more tighter lines and trying to peel up off stuff and miss the bumps, come into turns and out of turns.
So let's look at the halfway point of the moto now. 10 minutes and 30 seconds in to the second race of the day for the Moto MX2 class, and we've got number 6 of Jay Wilson out front, then second place Luke Clout, third for the 33 of Reese Kyler, then it's the 888, the Japanese import of Takshay Katsuya, then in fourth it's the 199 of Nathan Crawford. Fifth is the 23 of Wade Hunter, sixth is the 64 of Dylan Wills, then it's the 127 machine, that is Dylan Gosling, another good ride for Gosling there. Following him, now we're seeing Jed Beaton finally move into the top 10. And rounding out the backside of the top 10 is the 757. That's Leary. So it's a good ride there for Leary, sticking in the top 10. Definitely what he was looking for after some struggles outside the top 10 there at Horsham, a rider that's been around the circuit for a while. Two bad knee recos in the last few years, and good to see Dylan finding some form and getting an opportunity to race again.
I'm going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works here, and I personally think Tacker's on a bit of a charge. So I've seen him coming in the background there. I think these guys may have a little battle and slow each other down slightly, and I think Tacker's, I'm going to say he's get right to the front, but he's definitely on a move.
No, we've seen Tucker do this before. I remember seeing him last year at Gladstone.
Yep.
And man, he came from nowhere and just charged for like 4 or 5 laps and ended up having a mechanical problem, and I think he dropped out of that moto, but he was the fastest rider on the track by a long way.
Yeah, and I know the soil, and I rode the Tacker a little bit, when I was in my career, and last year as well. And these are the very similar tracks that we ride at home. Very similar soil, hilly, and even in Japan where he raced most of his career, it's apparently very similar to this as well. So he suits these conditions.
A lot of sort of clay-based tracks over there, and elevation changes and so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely similarities, but well, we've got to write it down there. Who is that? Couldn't get an ID there, but Cloudy, he stepped it up, and
Tucker's. Oh, I thought Tucker was got him then already.
Tucker's coming. Reese Carter is number 33. There could be about a 4-way battle here with about 6 minutes to go plus a lap.
There's still a fair bit left.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of racing left, about 3 or 4 laps left here, and you know what? This race could really start to tighten up, as you say. If Clout catches Wilson and can't get around him and they start playing a game of cat and mouse and brake check in and everything else.
And it doesn't take long for the other guys to reel him. They'll be there in a lap, easy.
It doesn't. When they're on a charge, if you start messing with each other, which you see happen so often in racing. So, as we see Jay Wilson coming around. Oh, Cloudy's right there. He's pressuring him.
He's trying. Cloudy puts on a lot of bursts, I think. Like, he really, really pushes, and then he sort of sits back a bit, then pushes, and
it could have something to do with the fact that his mechanic might have just put on the pit board, Taka is coming,
yeah,
need to get around. But, if Jay was pacing himself also, this could really spur the race speed on. So, sometimes riders react to that pressure in different ways, and Jay might up it a gear.
I personally think Jay is a little bit exhausted, as we spoke about before. Maybe he is mentally a bit drained and bits and pieces, but he's not going to let him pass easily. So this may slow them two down, and it's going to let Tucker and
Cloudy goes around the outside. He's going to make a run, but Wilson shuts the door.
That was good of him to jump off there.
It was. That was a good move.
Look, Carter's right there. I think we can see Tucker and Carter there.
Definitely getting into some lap traffic now.
This is going to be bad for Jay.
Not going to be good for Luke Clout there either, by the look of it.
Right, he's gone the middle line.
That kind of evened out pretty good for
nice
them guys.
Line, yeah. Jay can sneak up the inside and get this guy pretty quick. It's going to help him out because Ooh, hopefully Cloudy gets in too.
5 minutes to go, plus 1 lap here. The blue flags are out. The number 6 of Jay Wilson, the number 1 of Luke Clout, 33 and to 888. So Tucker hasn't got around Carter yet. Carter obviously riding a wide bike. Hey, making it work. He's got to work to get around him. It's good to see. I love it when you see guys get caught and they don't let riders just ride around them. They put up a fight, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, definitely. These guys all work so hard for it as well, so they're not going to let anyone go past. And then the mechanics are going to be thrown out. There's only 5 minutes left, or like they say, I don't want to go home during the week. Go, if only I really gave it that extra, for the 5 minutes, I could have finished here or whatnot. So, and that's what Jay's going to be seeing now. He's going to give it everything he has now. He knows there's not much of the race left. He's led the whole race now. That one of the worst feelings is losing the race in the last couple laps.
Sure is, but hey, that might be happening because Luke Clout's about to make a run on the inside. He scrubbed a big scrub off that step up. Cloudy's known as one of the guys that can throw down pretty good. It is, he's going to go around the outside. Here we go, Luke Clout. He's going to get a run. Can he squeeze it?
Sort of looked like Jay sort of let him go then.
Drag race. Oh, Cloudy gets a big kick. He's going to scrub. Yeah, Wilson holds the position. So even though Cloudy made a good move around that outside, Jay still had that better track position leading out of that section. And when these ruts really do line up, again, he's going to shut the door on Luke Clout. Cloudy's just not going to be able to. Oh, see, that was just pressure there from Luke Clout. He made that, forced it to happen. But Jay,
that was off the low line. That was good.
That was some serious. Wilson is just not giving this up. This is awesome.
I think, Jay knows what to do. It worked for him last time. He's not silly with racing, and I think these guys have raced together a lot in there, especially last year. So
yeah, I think Jay knows it's on Clout to make the move, and I think Jay also knows that looking at the way Clout made that mistake in the first moto, and I'm not saying he flusters easy, but
Tucker's there in third now too.
To a certain extent, he can get flustered a little bit, Luke Clout. So we've got about 2.5 minutes plus a lap to go here. So we're looking at about 3 or so laps left. I think Wilson's up the pace again. He's got the message that Cloudy was going to try and make that move stick, and you know what? He's definitely up the pace.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be come down pretty close here, but I think just Jay showing a bit of fight there has definitely put him back in the race. If he had to pretty much let it a bit easier and let Cloudy go past, then Cloudy would have went.
Yeah, he would have checked out if Jay dropped his head. But you know what, Tucker's right there.
Yeah.
This could really tighten things up, because if Tucker squeezes Clout, Clout's going to squeeze in on Jay Wilson, and before you know it, we're going to have a three-way battle for this lead with 3 minutes plus a lap left. But wow, Clout's fast down that back hill.
Got some different lines, and they're definitely working for him. That's good, that one. So he's got to be careful. If he doesn't get him now, he'll probably get him next lap anyway.
Yeah, he's definitely. Oh, sorry, that was actually a lapper, so Tucker's a little bit further back. My mistake.
And Cloudy's got a good line up here too around the outside where he only got him before.
Tucker, then Nathan Crawford on the 199. But Jay's making him work for it. It's definitely Clout's. He knows he's got to force Clout to make the move. If he doesn't make it easy on him, then it's going to make Clout's life that much harder. And if I'm Luke Clout here this weekend in Appin, I'm getting pretty. I can't say what I would want to say on TV, but I'm getting pretty angry that. Moto 1, I let it slip away, and then Moto 2, he can't make this pass stick right now.
I personally think if I were Jay also, I would try and change my line a little bit out the back, and Jay has some racecraft, so he is going to think of the riders and what they do. So if he's smart enough, and I'm sure he is, he'll change his line out the back, and that's just going to. There's only a couple of places on here that Cloudy can pass, and you can see that it's visually faster. So
yeah, and Jay he's really fast around here. With 2 laps to go now, I think, which is probably a good thing for Jay, is the end part of the track where Clout gets close. Clout gets close where it's one line and fast on the off canvas, but he can't quite squeeze Jay enough to make a move there because there's not really a good second line. When he's right on the back of Jay Wilson, Jay is fast around the flat part of the track where
you can see Clout's right on up the inside too.
Cloudy's going to make another run, but look, Wilson's just that bite length ahead where it doesn't matter.
Yeah. This is where he's got to be really careful, and he would obviously know there's only 2 laps to go.
That's where Clout's making a lot of that time. Yeah. Jay's running deep in that corner at the top of the hill. Clout's cutting him in, but Wilson can see him out of his perip. Whoa, all right.
Easy.
There wasn't even a chance. He's got
a low line here too.
Jay's keeping him honest. He's got to keep that pressure on and hope that Cloudy makes a mistake. Jay's going to cut down the inside. Yeah, Cloudy can definitely feel him there, but I think,
Come down to the last lap, next lap too.
yeah, if Cloud can run his speed through this part of the track and check out, this might be enough to break Wilson here. But there are lappers coming up. There's a lot of lappers coming up by the look of it.
Jay needs to get around that one, hopefully before this turn.
Jay, yeah, he's got a clear track, so that's good. Got a nice line here, Jay. The lines kind of even out. They look faster and slower in different spots, but they tend to even out. So
the line that Cloudy's got at the back is definitely the one. It's smooth coming in. He creates a goal.
Oh!
See, these are the little things that happens.
He does this sometimes, and wow, 1 lap to go. Here we go. Last lap board's coming out. Tarka's not going to be close enough to do anything in third, so it is going to be the battle for the lead on the final lap. 1 lap to go here in the Moto MX2 class. Moto number 2 of the day. Luke Clout, Serco Yamaha, Jay Wilson, JCR Yamaha, similar bikes, similar programs to a certain extent with the factory support. Who's faster? Who wants this more? This is going to get interesting. 1 lap to go. We got lappers. Oh, it's going to get interesting, Brennan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. If Jay can pick up on the line too at the back here, which is probably a good position to be in. It probably would have been better to be in a couple laps ago, but you know, he's not going to give up. He's really quick through those sections. So he's still close.
It's close enough. Now Cloudy's going to cut this corner there. That's real quick. And we can't see what Jay's done. He's a couple of bike lengths back. So at this point, yeah, he's still there, but Cloudy's got them outside ins going really well.
He's got this line really good here too.
As they put Tommy Jones a lap down, the young Tasmanian rider, he's definitely opened up a fair few bike lengths. So that was a fast hill section for Luke Clout. Exactly what he needed to do in this final lap.
Yep.
So this is going to give him a 2-1 on the day. And in motocross, a 2-1 is better than a 1-2. So by virtue of a better second moto, Luke Clout will win the overall on the day if he can finish out this last lap in first place. So he is definitely going to make some good points up in the championship right now. And, you know, what a good ride for Luke Clout here in the second moto, but a bit of a bobble.
Yeah. Still no difference really in points because they're equal points.
It's looking like right now, Luke Clout, with a virtue of a 2-1 race score, will take your overall from Jay Wilson in second, going 1-2. And third place overall will be the 199 of Nato Crawford. But say hello to your winner, everybody. Number 1, Serco Yamaha, Luke Clout. Big fist pump. Takes the win, takes the overall. Jay Wilson in second. Taka in third. Takashe Katsuya running across the line in third. Behind Taka will be the 199 of Crawford. So your overall will be Luke Clout, Jay Wilson, and in third place, Nato Crawford. We're going to head to a commercial break, guys. Stay tuned for all the Sakamoto action here on NRG TV. Coming up next is the Monster Energy MX1 class.